Okay, today's session will be Mr. Shinglee, all right, okay, from Shinglee. Okay, he's from Singapore. As you know, in Singapore, the maths are pretty high in standards. So today, Shinglee will talk about the one that he has, okay, and share with you how it is basically to use it. Okay.
Okay, thank you, David. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, today I will share a bit about learning mathematics in the 21st century, as well as sharing with you what are the digital products that comes along with all our textbooks that we have. Okay, the rough scope, I'll go through a bit about Shinglee, some international studies, and international recognition of our textbooks, and our popularity of our primary mathematics as well as secondary mathematics worldwide, as well as the effectiveness of our textbooks, and last but not least, the digital resources. Okay, Shinglee is one of the leading educational publishers in Singapore, established in 1935. So we have about 80 years of history. Our core business is in educational publishing with over 1,000 titles in print in different languages. And we are one of the pioneer brands in education publishing, trusted by Ministry of Education Singapore, as well as other Ministry of Education in other countries. So this trust is only made possible with our proven track record of producing only highly reliable quality materials for learning and teaching. So we also are authorized publisher for the Singapore Exam Boards for their past year papers, and we work with many publishers around the world. For example, we work with Oxford University Press to publish a series of mathematics textbook in the Pakistan market, and we work with Maths No Problem, a new publisher in UK, to publish a UK curriculum textbook, which the government had put it on trial last year for use in UK schools. And we work with the biggest publisher in Philippines, Rex Bookstore, to make our mathematics available in the Philippine market. So why Singapore has been doing well in the international studies, such as the trend in international mathematics and science studies, has always shown that Singapore students have do well in mathematics since 1995. This is because publishers like us work very closely with the ministry to develop textbook that is very effective in for teachers in teaching, as well as for learning of the students. Okay, another studies, Singapore came in top 3 also in mathematics is the PISA, which is Program for International Student Assessment. So you can see that Singapore have consistently scored well in all these international studies. Okay, so like what I mentioned recently, even the minister in UK has recently commented on the series of textbooks that we have worked with our partners there. And in recent, the past 3 years, I think Obama has also mentioned about Singapore mathematics, and it is right now well adopted. Singapore maths are well adopted in a lot of states in US as well. And we also have some research done by University of Washington on Shinglee's mathematics. So all the source reference are all there. So so far we have been our books have been exported, adapted to close to, I think for here is up to 36 countries in the world, and there are more countries coming on board, and we are going to publish a Spanish as well as a Swedish edition. Okay, so everybody will be wondering what is so great about Singapore maths. Actually, in actual fact, there is no such thing as Singapore maths. Singapore maths is actually a mathematics approach that was consolidated by the Ministry of Singapore Education from various famous researchers such as Jerome Bruner. Let me see, I just couldn't recall the name. Okay, Jerome Bruner, Richard Skim, and Zoltan Deans, who has come up with learning theories that is effective, and we have pieced them all together to make it, to call it Singapore maths. Okay, so for the effective, basically I'll touch a bit more about our primary school mathematics. For primary school mathematics, there are a couple of approaches that we have implemented in the textbook, such as concrete pictorial abstract approach, the problem solving approach, the three-part lesson approach, as well as the spiral approach. I will touch on each approach in the next few slides. Okay, so under this famous researcher, Jerome Bruner, actually suggested that for pupils to develop understanding of any concept, right, they need to be reinforced along the way. So the textbook is designed in such a way that they will go through activities using concrete materials such as linking cubes and all this at the earlier grades, grade 1 and grade 2. And then subsequently they move on to pictorial representation. Then they will go to the abstract ideas. In the good old days, we always started with the abstract. Teachers will always ask their students to memorize these formulas and so on. But the way of teaching mathematics to allow the students to learn better is actually through concrete materials, which is such as items such as the linking cube, through playing and discussion and activity to help them understand the concept better. Then subsequently they will be able to grasp the concept. Okay, so the next approach is actually problem-solving approach. We have it involves actually acquisition of and application of mathematics concept and skills in a wide range of situations, including non-routine, open-ended, and real-world problem. Okay, some of the examples we have in the textbooks. We even teach them strategies to understand the problem, subsequently think of a plan how to carry out using bar models to solve the problem. And to check, work backwards to check the answers. Okay. One unique feature about our textbook is that we uses the three-part lesson approach. So it comes with first anchor task to allow engage the students to learn through activities. Then the teachers will there will be questions set in the textbook for teachers to guide them in class to carry out the practices. And subsequently, there will be independent practice that students will practice the application and concept individually. So this is the three-part lesson. The second part, which is the guided practice, there will be blanks for students to fill in. And the independent practice, as well as practices in the workbook. Okay. So these are the features of our textbooks. So next, I'll go into the secondary part of the textbooks. I will use a video to introduce the whole textbook feature.
Is one of the leading educational publishers in Singapore and in more than 30 countries worldwide. Renowned for our mastery in the Singapore mathematics curriculum, our new syllabus mathematics textbooks have evolved over the years to adapt to the changes in the curriculum and to cater to the learning needs of students.
Singapore Mathematics was developed in the 1980s by Ministry of Education Singapore in response to Singapore students not doing well in mathematics. There are two main features of Singapore Mathematics. One is a problem-solving approach, and the other one is a CPA approach. The CPA approach is essentially based on the work of Jerome Bruner that encourages the initial learning experiences to be concrete, and then followed by plenty of visual representations for students to get to the abstract ideas.
In line with the requirements by the Ministry of Education Singapore, the latest editions of our new syllabus mathematics textbooks are specially designed to provide valuable learning experiences to engage both the hearts and minds of students.
New syllabus mathematics textbooks allow teachers to do what we call the three-part lesson. The first part of the lesson is what we call the anchor task, where teachers will engage students in some form of investigations or problem solving or concrete activities. This anchor task is characterized by teachers summing up the ideas to achieve the learning goal. The second part of such a lesson requires students to do guided practice. In other words, practice under the guidance of the teacher so that misconceptions, if any, can be corrected. The final part is an independent practice for students to gain confidence in doing whatever they're supposed to be doing.
In all the exercises, the questions are classified into 3 levels of difficulty, namely basic, intermediate, and advanced.
With continual and formative assessment, teachers are able to provide differentiated instruction for students of different ability type. A lot of the examples in the textbooks are based on real-life scenarios. Also, there are several explicit exercises that require students to go through the stages in mathematical modeling. So there are various features in the textbooks that teacher can use to encourage a more student-centered type of learning.
In addition to our print editions, all our new syllabus mathematics textbooks are also available as ebooks on all 4 major platforms. Our ebooks are packed with multimedia interactive features, which bring the learning process to life. A useful feature of our ebooks is that students are able to attach notes, which are typed or handwritten. Students are also able to take photographs and videos to attach them to the ebooks. The teacher's edition of the ebook comes with additional resources, such as the scheme of work, additional worked examples, full step-by-step solutions, and teaching notes. A wide range of additional resources can be found at our online learning management system, known as the Shinglee Learning Hub. The Learning Hub contains features such as the question bank, which allows teachers to set online tests and assignments. With this feature, learning need not be restricted to the classroom. Students are able to learn anywhere. With a focus on enhancing the learning process and supporting teaching instruction, we constantly review our content and design to ensure the relevance and appeal to both teachers and students. Thank you for allowing us to be your guide as we explore the world of mathematics.
Okay, just now as you can see, our consultant, Dr. Yapanha, is our, he's a mathematics professor, formerly from NIE Singapore, and he's actually Penang born, is currently a Malaysian. So a couple of our consultants for our textbook series is actually Malaysian as well. For the primary mathematics, we have another consultant which is Dr. Woei, a retired professor, is also from Malaysia. So to us, we always felt that the Shinglee textbook is, although we call it the Singapore Math approach, but we uses a lot of concepts from many renowned professors in the region as well as worldwide. Okay, so I guess the video speaks better than my slides. So I'll quickly run through some of the features in our latest edition of our secondary school mathematics, which is in the 7th edition. Okay, we have infused in we adopted the 3-part lesson approach, and there are many activities such as investigation, which guide students to investigate and discover important concepts, and so that they can construct them meaningfully. We infuse a lot of class discussion because we believe that communication is part of the 21st century skill set that the students needs to learn. So we have put in quite I think almost every chapter there are 2-3 discussion pointers for students to learn this new knowledge and to enhance their reasoning and oral communication skills. Okay, there'll be, along the way, there'll be thinking time questions for students to further develop their mathematics concepts. There are journal writing, which allows students to reflect on their learning and to communicate mathematically, and this will help them eventually when they goes out to the working world, where they need to write report writings and so on. Okay, so there are mini projects for them to are designed to develop their research and presentation skills, and these are the key features, which I will skip this part. Okay, so when we talk about the resources, the books comes with e-books for students, and e-books for teachers are a bit different. Later on, I'll do a demo of the e-books for teachers. And we have a learning resource management system to support teachers in terms of teaching. Okay, without further ado, I do a demo of the e-book. The display of the e-book through the projector is a bit different. I think I'll probably skip this part. Later, if let's say there's a break, I will show you all on my MacBook, because the display doesn't show exactly what I can see here. So there will be some feature that is missing. Okay, this is our learning resource management system. What we have here is a question bank of questions. So, for those schools that adopt our series of textbook, they can have this particular system available. And this system is actually developed by Joel from Common Town, which is the guru that he just now spoke about. So, if let's say you are picking a question from the question bank, let's say for exam 2015, you just add a shopping cart. Then from the shopping cart, you will have this exam 2015. So you will search for the questions. If let's say you are looking at secondary schools, all the Sec 1 questions under numbers and algebra, and cognitive level, you select all. Difficulty level as well, you can choose the difficulty level and the item type. Then you do a search. You will see that there are 452 questions inside this bank, and they are all the questions and answers are all displayed. So if you think that this is the particular question that you like, you can actually add to the shopping cart. So I just pick any 5 questions to add to the exam, just for demonstration purposes. Okay. Then after that, I go back to manage shopping cart. I go to take a look at the 5 questions that I've selected. And if I think that this question should be I can actually select the sequence of the question to move up or down. And once I submit, it will arrange according to your preference. Then when I click download, it will come out as a Word document file. And you can do the alteration if you decide to change part of the questions to your own question, you can do it because it's in Word document format. And the answers key are provided, as well as in another file just now when you all see the step-by-step solutions are also provided. So we do provide a lot of resources and support for teachers if you adopt this whole series of our textbooks. And other than that, in the resource bank, you will have additional resources parked. Our e-books, scheme of work, everything will be parked under the resource for download purposes. Okay, and just to backtrack a bit, for our e-books, it has the following features and is applicable to all 4 major platforms. And you can add any files onto the ebook, be it PowerPoint, Excel, Word document, any pictures, photo, videos to your ebook. And when you have, as a teacher, when you prepare your teaching materials using the ebook, right, you can actually show the ebook via the school projector, and you can teach using that particular ebook. With a click of a button, whatever resource that you have attached to the book will just appear. So these are some of the screenshots of our ebook. Our question, our learning resource management system. Okay, so other than that, what do Shinglee provides? Our service are we are a textbook publisher as well as an accessible book publisher. We publish our books in ebook format and in apps format, as well as we also provide PD for teachers. That means we have a list of courses that if schools are interested, we can conduct PD courses to teach teachers how to teach in schools. So these are part of our services. If you need more information, you can contact UBSM for more of this info. So other than that, in the coming year, we are working on a learning management system that allows adaptive learning. That means from our question bank of questions, we would want a platform that allows students to be able to go in to do online tests, and with the online test, we will be able to diagnose the students' mathematics ability and subsequently set assessment catered to the different ability students. That means every single student who go into the system and conduct the test, initial test, right? Subsequently, the second test that will be generated will be all different from different students, because it will be adapting to the different ability of the individual students. Okay, with that, I end my presentation.